Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are visiting Hiran Minar, which is a monument built by a Moghul king in memory of his beloved antelope. The antelope was named Hans Raj, and that belonged to King Jahangir. This minar is located in Sheikhupura. Sheikhupura is named after Jahangir himself, who was lovingly called Sheikhu by his parents, thus the name is Sheikhupura. The city was found in 1607. Now it's an industrial center. It used to be hunting grounds for the Moghul kings back in time. You can see a lot of kilns as you drive to the park, to the Hiran Minar. As you enter the Hiran Minar, you can see nicely manicured lawns and taken care of trees and grass. It's a beautifully well kept park open to public. A little bit about the Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire was an early modern empire in South Asia and was known especially for its art and architecture. During their peak years from mid 1500 to mid 1700s, some of the most outstanding monuments and structures were built, such as Taj Mahal, Lal Killa, Badshahi Mosque, to name a few. Massive water tank lies at the heart of the complex. At the center, you see an octagonal building that was built by Shah Jahan later. This is probably the most common spot for tourists to take photos. That's exactly what we did. Then we moved on to the part that leads us to the octagonal architecture, which was actually closed to the visitors. I don't know why, but it was closed. Maybe there was some renovations happening. On this part of the structure, you notice the arabesque designs, the geometrical patterns that are common to most of the buildings during that Mughal era. The Indo-Persian style is very evident. You cannot ignore the baradari for all the air circulation and for all the recreational purposes. This is a perfect spot, a perfect royal leisure spot. You can see these stairs going down and the slope. Some of the images would have that slope that is there to collect the rainwater probably, and also for the game birds to gather there, and for the ease of hunters to hunt those birds. Like, these are the slopes that you notice here. At each corner of the tank is a small building, like a square room that you notice, and there's a subsurface water collection system. And finally, this is the Hiran Minar, the minaret. It reminds one of a lighthouse. There's a staircase that is closed to public, but obviously back in time, people were able to go up there. And you will see many openings within the walls of the Hiran Minar that was probably for air circulation. And the grandness of that place, it's just so refreshing to see on such a hot day. We were looking for the grave of the deer, and it wasn't marked. I didn't see any marks saying where the deer was buried, but there were some remnants of a room beside the Hiran Minar. You can see the brick wall made with that fine brick, and I'm guessing that's where the Hiran was buried, but there's no monument pointing where exactly was it buried. The more I analyze this place, the more I'm in awe. I look at the fine brick and I think of the hands that put those bricks together, the mind that conceived the idea, and the heart that wanted to honor the beloved pet. And in my mind, I'm imagining what a great tourist attraction this would be, with some young actors dressed up as Mughal kings and queens, and some hunters and some deers and some horses and buggies, and a role playing that. It would bring so much audience and so much revenue, and I wish that would happen. We also came across a well and I looked inside and it was filled with garbage now, but I bet this well was there for drinking water. Our trip to Hiran Minar was over. We headed back to the city of Lahore. You can see the smog in the air. To my right is a beautiful mosque, and to the left is the river Ravi, a silent witness to all the stories.